Hola Bandidos, ¿cómo estamos? Welcome to Mel's Magic Official. I'm Magic Mel and this is Al, my spirit guide. Welcome to episode 3 of season 8. Can you hear the fireworks? It's San Juan here, the biggest fiesta of my pueblos. It's like 10 days of crazy fireworks. It's mad. But why not? I'm all about celebrating every single day. We just did a reading for the new moon in Gemini. I still had a few questions I wanted to ask the cards, and this time from the little mini witch deck, which is so cute. It's literally, they cannot make it any smaller. It would just disappear because my hand is pretty small. So let's ask the witches a few more questions. What? I'm curious about what the new moon in Gemini energy harbors for us. One of my questions is, what are your strengths during this new moon in Gemini? I'm connecting with your Asga team, your angel, spirit guides, gods and goddesses, and ancestors. Asga acronym with triple G. Again, my tongue is a bit twisted. Happens with these new moons and full moons. Crazy. Vamos allá. What strengths? What is your strength during this new moon in Gemini? Thank you so much, dear Asga team. Let's see what the witches have to say. I'm a witch too. I'm a sorceress. SOU. The good one, obviously. No black magic here. So, 2 cards came out. What's going on here? My question was, what is your strength in this full moon, new moon in Gemini? Out came the Ace of Swords and the 3 of Swords. They were in the reverse order, so let's put them here. Your strength is to go beyond the heartbreak. I know that's not easy. Heartbreaks, the pain we feel when we're heartbroken, yeah, emotional pain is tough. It's really, really tough. So if you've gone through a heartbreak, Magic Mel is with you. I know how that feels like. But we're asked with this new moon energy to release it. To look into our hearts and ask ourselves if there's anything still that needs to be forgiven, that needs to be healed. If there's something still there, that's okay. But let's face it. Because we can only receive new insight and take new action with the Ace of Swords after having processed the heartbreak. Looking back, heartbreaks, speaking for myself, are a mirror of how I abandoned myself, how I was lacking in my own self-love and boundaries. If you're someone like me and you wear your heart on a sleeve, I've learned to protect my heart more, and not in the sense of building up walls, but really to cherish and honor it by checking the other person's energy first. Is the situation safe, worthy enough for me to offer my heart? And of course, there's always risk involved. And when the heartbreak happens, it's easy to judge ourselves or to put the blame on ourselves, but really it's an invitation to heal. What is it in us that we've trespassed or gone too far or overshared that caused the heartbreak? What boundaries have we trespassed within first? What caused the heartbreak, really? It's an invitation to look within and to really finally heal so that a heart full of scars can be patched up and can grow bigger, because after we have healed from our heartbreaks, Our heart, like a muscle, has grown because it holds more of our love, more of our self-love, and perhaps also compassion for the other person. So look within. Does your heart still need some tending? In what ways can you tend to it? What needs to be released? What pain, what grief, what resentment, what needs to be forgiven? Only you know that. And know that after you've done that, you're inviting from a higher frequency new insight and new inspiration to action. The Ace of Swords also has to do with communication. I'll leave that up for you guys to reflect on and ponder. Let me know if this resonates, because, I didn't expect that. Although, reflecting on it, nothing can be carpet swept anymore these days. Whatever pain, whatever grudges, whatever heaviness we still carry within us is coming to the surface for us to bring into our consciousness, to hold in our loving awareness, and to release. Because it's only that way that we can actually ascend in our frequency. My other question was, what are we invited to focus on during this new moon in Gemini? What are we invited to focus on? Apart from mending our hearts. Oh, 2 more cards came out. What are we invited to focus on? We're invited to focus on the 9 of Cups. What is it that fulfills us? The 9 of Cups is all about emotional fulfillment. What brings you joy? What fills you up? Remember, we can only share our own cup. I just said it. We can only share our cup once we've filled our own cup. So what is it that lights you up, that brings you joy, that fulfills you? Hobbies, passions, interests. Be curious. Now is the time to really go after what brings you happiness, what deeply fulfills you. That's the 9 of Cups invitation. And the other card was the Fool in the reverse. So we know the Fool. He's come up quite a few times in our past readings. The Fool is all about taking this leap of faith that we can only do once we're ready and liberated enough to open a new chapter, because we can't really open a new chapter if we're still somehow stuck in the past. If there's something that's still holding us back, whether it's resistance or unclosed chapters, words that haven't been spoken, emotions that haven't been processed, this is the time to deal with it. Not only with our heartbreak, but to also step into the new chapter. That's why he came out in the reverse, as a warning or as an invitation to check in with ourselves. In what ways are we still looking into the past? And as we're doing that, not open to the present opportunities. What is still holding you back? Use this new moon in Gemini energy to release, to let go, to allow space, make space for the new, and to embody the Fool's energy, which is taking a leap of faith into this new chapter, into the new energy, into a more liberated sense of yourself. And my third question, I had it written down here. My third question is simply, what does the universe want to let you know with this new moon in Gemini energy? What does the universe have to say to you? Let's ask the girl directly. What does the universe want to tell you? So much about releasing and letting go and processing. It's just ongoing, guys. Sometimes in more accelerated stints, like I feel this past week, definitely, or this entire June. What does the universe have to tell you? Thank you so much, dear Aska team. One more message from the universe. Ooh, okay. Okay, 4 of Cups in the reverse. So it came out in the reverse. Let's look at it upright first. I need to look at it closely. Okay, I've never seen this card. It's quite beautiful. So here you see a young boy kind of brooding, sitting under a tree, looking at 4 cups that he has displayed in front of him. And there's a sirena, a mermaid, next to him. And he doesn't even notice the mermaid. So 4 of Cups came out in the reverse. 4 of Cups in reverse means going inwards, checking in with ourselves. Because the sirena is basically like a calling, no? Temptation, can also be opportunities. She's inviting the boy to an adventure, but he's not even aware of her. So, can you go inwards? Take the time out that you need. Be the hermit, but don't stay there too long. Because when we're dealing with our internal processes, we have to shut out the world because we have to focus on ourselves. No? But it depends how long we do that. And it's a fine line between internal processing and realigning and reconnecting and taking that time out and isolating ourselves. So the 4 of Cups in the reverse is a gentle reminder of the universe to not shut us off completely from opportunities that may be around the corner, like the sirena, inviting us to a new adventure, to be the fool on the new adventure. Do your processing, deal with it now. Don't postpone any healing. Don't carpet sweep things, because the fool energy, the adventure of the sirena, is just around the corner, is actually arriving. And remember the thing we said about frequency? We got to match the frequency that we want to invite. So the higher opportunities, the higher timelines require us to be in that same frequency. And to be in that same frequency, we need to release, process, and let go of anything that's holding us down, that is keeping us down, that is weighing, que nos pesa interiormente, no? So that is the message of the universe. It's beautiful energy, this new moon in Gemini. Let me know if anything resonates. And I want to pull a little oracle card. Still recording? Yay! From the Starseed Oracle. Mama Saya. Connecting with your Aska team, connecting with Haniel. Well, let's ask the Oracle directly. What message do you have for you watching from wherever you are? Let me know where you're sitting. I'm curious which country you're watching and tuning in from. I'm sitting here in sunny Spain. Summery, sunny Spain. Well, today we had a crazy storm where my big ass umbrella landed in the pool again. I don't know how I did it. I did ask my guys, I'm like, guys, 1, 2, 3, we're going to pull this thing out. Because when the umbrella drowns, it gets really heavy, obviously, in the pool. And I forget to close that thing at night sometimes. And when the wind comes, it goes, I'm glad it doesn't fly over to the neighbors. I should tie that thing down, oh my God. Okay, what extra message do you have? Whoa, okay, I'm just going to take the top one. So, beautiful. Earth School. ¿Puedes verlo? See? We can do this also. Ooh, Mel's magic lighting. DIY lighting. Vale. Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. I mean, you know, this is really a school. It's like a holographic video game where we only open ourselves to new timelines and new lessons once we've processed or learned whatever lesson came before. So remember, this is all a school. We're all in it to remember who we really are. You know, we're born with kind of amnesia. We forget everything, and we're here to reclaim our power and to remember who we really are. So as you go through these life lessons, trust that everything happens to you for the higher purpose. And the lessons can be difficult. We know that. There's pain involved. But without pain, we wouldn't cherish the good times. We need the contrast. There's no way around it. However, we can deal with our pain in wiser ways so it doesn't cause us extra layering of suffering. Study, higher learning. How is your spiritual practice doing, guys? Are you dedicating yourselves to informing yourselves? I know there's so much out there, it can get overwhelming. I mean, obviously, check your sources. Again, trust your discernment. Discernment is when you hear the truth, it resonates within you on a deeper level. It vibrates, like the truth vibrates internally. So trust your sources, check your sources, but dedicate time to your spirituality. Do your research. I mean, I'm just fascinated with angels, with Egyptology, with all these hermetic and esoteric teachings. There's so much. It's like opening one door and like 10 more doors. So take it easy. But it's fascinating. There's so much to remember and to unlearn and to learn. So if you are an avid life student like I am, throw yourselves in there, dedicate some time to that. And know that we are in this school together, that every situation you're attracting, the people you encounter, they're not random. We attract things for a reason. So be aware that your 3D reality is a reflection of your inner state because we attract what we are. So if we view our life experiences through that lens, it can be very informative and it is so much food for reflection. When we no longer think that we're just random beings floating around randomly in this universe, when we understand that actually everything is happening for our own higher learning, so that we integrate, so that we empower ourselves, so that we can come back into our essence, we can understand the laws of the game. So dedicate yourself to some higher study, some higher learning. Well, I'm going to leave you with this. Sweet and short, 17 minutes. Wow, we're being efficient, guys. We're being efficient. So that's it. I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you're doing well. I know it can be rough on this journey, guys. But honestly, sit with yourself. Be there for yourself. Be the parent that you never had, the mother, the father that perhaps you always wished you had. This is the time where we can be our own parent. Our inner child needs us to be there for it, her, them, him. Okay? So don't carpet sweep, don't run away from these processes. Sit with yourself. You deserve it. You deserve your own self-love and compassion and time and devotion. I'll leave you with this. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. For private tarot readings, please message me. My email is in the description box, and you know that I'm a coach. I do one-on-one coaching. You have the details in the description box below. I'm here. Owl and I are journeying with you together. Stay tuned for episode 4 coming up super soon. Ciao, bandidos.